Morning. Let's talk about when it's time to raise your prices because in the Q2 presentation, where Josh was talking about the profits and people raising their prices because of inflation, one of the investors asked them, when have Etsy sellers, like, have they raised their prices in response to inflation? And he said no. And he basically said that there's been a very small increase over time, like 9% over the last 5 years. I'm not sure of the exact numbers. I talked about that in the live that I did about the Q2 presentation. I'll link to that at the end of this one. But basically, we're not raising our prices often enough. Now, I raise my prices all the time and just randomly. I don't go in and think about it too much. If Etsy is sending me too many offsite ads, I'll go in and raise the price on that thing. I do that a lot. And if they don't, then I don't need to worry about it. But I don't want to be caught at a deficit because I haven't raised my prices enough. If my suppliers raise their prices, I have to raise my prices. That's just how it works. And we should not be afraid to raise our prices. Now, if you are afraid to raise your prices, and I understand that sometimes you feel like you're going to be charging too much and your competition is undercutting or whatever, just start a little bit. So let's say that you charge $20 for something, change it to 21 and see if that slows down your sales, see if it affects anything. But my guess is that it won't. A small increase like that is not going to make that much of a difference. If that doesn't make very much of a difference and your sales don't slow down, raise it to 22. And I'm not talking about over the course of 6 months. I mean, like in a week, raise it to 22 and see what happens. And when you do see a slowdown, then that's when you say, okay, that's the top that's available to people now. Like that's about as much as I should be charging right now. And if your sales completely stop, you can always back it down a little bit. That's fine. But you need to just raise it incrementally if you're afraid to raise them. But you need to raise your prices. The prices of everything is going up. Everybody knows that. And I heard on the news today, like on average, things have gone up 10% over the last couple of years, probably. And not just that, but we're paying the same amount for packages of things that have less in them. So this is not something that people are going to be offended by. It's not something they're going to be surprised by. People know that prices are going up, and they know that prices go up over time just normally. So don't be afraid to raise your prices because it could be cutting into your profits in a big way. And I will link to that video to watch about the Q2 presentation because there's a lot of stuff in there that we need to pay attention to. Leave me any questions, and I will talk to you later.